What if the greatest transfer saga in modern football ended 4 years earlier? Not in 2024, not after years of rumours, rejected offers, dramatic contract renewals, and endless headlines, but in the summer of 2020. Picture it. Kylian Mbappe, just 21 years old, already a World Cup winner, already one of the most feared attackers in Europe, walks into the Santiago Bernabeu while Real Madrid are standing at a crossroads. Cristiano Ronaldo is gone. Eden Hazard has not become the superstar replacement Madrid expected. Vinicius Jr. is still raw. Rodrigo is still developing. And Karim Benzema, brilliant as ever, is carrying the attack almost by himself. In the real timeline, Mbappé stayed in Paris for years. He extended his PSG contract in 2022, kept Madrid fans waiting, and only completed his dream move in 2024. But in this alternate timeline, Florentino Perez gets the deal done early. No 4-year transfer saga, no endless summer rumours, no will he stay or will he go? Just one decision that changes everything. Kylian Mbappé joins Real Madrid in 2020, and football history begins to rewrite itself. The first major change is tactical. The 2019-20 Real Madrid team was not built like the famous Cristiano Ronaldo teams. This was not a team blowing opponents away every week with pure attacking chaos. No, this was a more controlled Madrid, a more cautious Madrid, a Madrid built on experience, defensive strength, and Benzema's intelligence. But they lacked one thing: fear factor in open space. And that is where Mbappé changes the entire team.
A brilliant
Before
pass
Mbappé,
from number 9.
opponents could press
Number 10
Madrid
is
higher.
through on goal.
They could step into midfield. They could squeeze the pitch. They could force Madrid to play slower because there was no prime Ronaldo attacking the space behind them anymore. But with Mbappé on the left, or through the middle, everything changes. Now, if a defender takes one wrong step, Mbappé is gone. If a fullback pushes too high, Mbappé is gone. If a centre-back tries to hold a high line, Mbappé is already behind him. Suddenly, Benzema is not just carrying the attack, he is conducting it. Imagine Benzema dropping deep, pulling defenders out of shape, then slipping a perfect pass into Mbappé's path. One touch, explosion, goal. This version of Madrid would not need to dominate every match with possession. They could absorb pressure. They could wait. They could let teams believe they were safe, and then destroy them in transition.
A brilliant pass from number 9.
And in the Champions
number 10
League,
is through on goal.
that is terrifying. Now let's talk about the players affected most. First, Eden Hazard. In the real timeline, Hazard arrived as the superstar replacement for Cristiano Ronaldo. But injuries, pressure, and bad luck stopped him from becoming that guy. If Mbappé arrives in 2020, Hazard is no longer under the same pressure to be Madrid's saviour. That could go two ways. Maybe Hazard gets more freedom. Maybe he plays with less fear. Maybe he becomes a luxury piece instead of the main man. Or maybe his role becomes smaller much faster. Either way, the club's attacking identity changes. Madrid stop waiting for Hazard to become the answer, because now, the answer is Mbappé. Then there is Vinicius Jr., and this is the most interesting part of the simulation. Would Mbappé's early arrival slow down Vinicius?
A brilliant pass from number 9.
Because Vinicius became
number
a
10 is through on
superstar
goal.
partly because Madrid had to trust him. They had to give him minutes. They had to let him make mistakes. They had to let him grow through pressure. But here is the twist. Training every day with Mbappé and Benzema could also sharpen him faster. Instead of carrying the pressure early, Vinicius learns beside two elite attackers. He studies Benzema's movement. He watches Mbappé's finishing. He learns when to slow the game down, when to explode, and when to make the killer run. So instead of becoming chaotic under pressure, Vinicius becomes polished earlier. And by 2022, Madrid could have a front three of Vinicius, Benzema, and Mbappé. That is not just fast. That is unfair. Now we arrive at the season where everything gets crazy. The 2021-22 Champions League.
A brilliant pass from number
In
9.
the real timeline,
Number 10 is
Real
through on
Madrid
goal.
won it in the most unbelievable way possible. Comebacks against PSG, comebacks against Chelsea, comebacks against Manchester City, and then a final win over Liverpool. It felt like destiny. It felt like magic. It felt like Real Madrid refusing to die. Benzema became the king of Europe. Vinicius scored the winner in the final. Courtois played like a wall. And Madrid lifted the trophy again. Now add Kylian Mbappé to that team. This is where history gets dangerous. Against PSG, there is no Mbappé scoring against Madrid. Because in this timeline, he is wearing white. That round of 16 becomes completely different. PSG lose their biggest weapon. Madrid gain the one player who can punish them instantly. Against Chelsea,
A brilliant pass from number 9.
Mbappé gives Madrid
Number
another
10 is through
outlet
on
when the
goal.
match becomes chaotic. Against Manchester City, he gives them the speed to attack the spaces City leave behind. And in the final against Liverpool? Imagine Liverpool's high defensive line trying to manage Vinicius on one side and Mbappé on the other. That game might not end 1-0. It might be over much earlier. So does Mbappé win the Champions League with Madrid in 2022? In this simulation, yes. But here is the bigger question. Does Madrid win even more? The 2020-21 season becomes the first major test. Real Madrid in that year were experienced, but tired. The midfield of Kroos, Modric and Casemiro was still elite. But the squad was aging. They needed youthful explosiveness.
A brilliant pass from number 9.
Mbappé gives them that.
Number 10 is through on
Now,
goal.
let's be fair. He does not fix every problem. Madrid still have injuries. They still have defensive concerns. They still have squad depth issues. But Mbappé changes close matches. Games that were draws become wins. Matches where Madrid struggled to create chances suddenly have one player who can create something out of nothing. And that is what superstars do. They turn average moments into historic moments. In La Liga, that could mean a tighter title race. In the Champions League, it could mean a deeper run. Maybe Madrid still do not win the 2021 Champions League. That Chelsea team was balanced, aggressive, and extremely hard to break down. But with Mbappé, Madrid are far more dangerous. They are no longer just surviving. They are
A
hunting.
brilliant pass from number 9.
Now let's
Number 10
jump to
is through on goal.
2023. This is where the alternate timeline becomes even more interesting. In the real world, Benzema left Madrid in 2023. And when he left, Madrid had to reshape the attack. But if Mbappé had joined earlier, that transition becomes much smoother. Instead of Madrid suddenly needing a new superstar forward, they already have one. Mbappé could move more centrally. Vinicius could own the left side. Rodrigo could become the right-sided creator. And then Jude Bellingham arrives. But now, Bellingham does not have to carry the goal-scoring burden immediately. He joins a team that already has an established superstar forward. That means Madrid's attack becomes more balanced. Bellingham attacks from midfield. Vinicius stretches the left. Rodrigo links the play.
A brilliant
And
pass
Mbappé
from number
becomes the
9.
killer in the box
Number 10 is
and in
through on
transition.
goal.
By 2024, this Madrid team could be frightening. Not just talented, not just young, but experienced together. Because Mbappé would not be arriving as the new guy. He would already be part of the system. He would already understand the club. He would already have chemistry with Vinicius, Rodrigo, and the midfield. And that matters, because football is not FIFA career mode. You cannot just throw superstars together and expect everything to work. Chemistry matters, timing matters, egos matter. And this is the one danger in the timeline. Would Mbappé have accepted sharing the spotlight with Benzema early on? Would Vinicius have developed into the same fearless superstar? Would Rodrigo have received enough minutes? Would the dressing room stay balanced?
A brilliant pass from number 9.
That is the risk.
Number 10 is through
Because
on goal.
sometimes signing a superstar too early changes the growth of everyone around him. But Real Madrid are not a normal club. They are built for pressure. They are built for superstars. They handled Cristiano Ronaldo, they handled Benzema, they handled Ramos, Modric, Kroos, Casemiro, and legends before them. So if any club could absorb Mbappé in 2020 and turn it into trophies, it would be Real Madrid. So here is the final simulation result. Mbappé joining Real Madrid in 2020 probably gives Madrid at least one extra major trophy. The 2022 Champions League becomes even more likely. The 2024 Champions League becomes even more dominant. And the transition from the old guard to the new era becomes smoother, faster, and scarier for the rest of Europe.
A brilliant
But
pass
the
from
biggest
number 9.
change is not just
Number
trophies.
10 is through on goal.
It is the end of uncertainty. No PSG extension drama. No years of Madrid fans waiting. No constant transfer headlines. No next summer, maybe. Instead, Mbappé becomes the bridge between two Real Madrid eras. The last dance of Benzema, Modric, Kroos, and Casemiro, and the beginning of Vinicius, Rodrigo, Bellingham, and the new Real Madrid. In the real timeline, Mbappé arrived as the final piece of the new era. But in this alternate timeline, he arrives earlier. Not as the missing piece, but as the player who prevents the transition from ever feeling like a rebuild. So the question is not just, what if Kylian Mbappé joined Real Madrid in 2020? The real question is, how many Champions Leagues would Europe have lost because of it?
A brilliant pass from number 9.
Comment below.
Number
How
10
many
is through on
Champions
goal.
Leagues do you think Mbappé would have won if he
A
joined Madrid
brilliant
in
pass from number
2020?
9. Number 10
And
is
if you
through on
want more
goal.
football alternate timelines, make sure to like,
A brilliant pass from
subscribe,
number 9.
and tell me which
Number 10
transfer
is
we
through
should
on goal.
rewrite next.